That's a great look at our location tonight. The home of the Suns here in downtown Phoenix. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Moments away, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Hey Dave.
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020 was enshrined. And what a class it was. Led by Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett.
Thank you, D.A. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. Here we go. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point. And for Phoenix, Booker and Bridges are the wing. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
Here's Ayton. Here's Bridges. Ayton trying to break free. Bridges misses. Now the Clippers with it. Outside Leonard. Over Ayton. Leonard with the bucket.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Here's Crowder. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Well, this is his game. Be proactive offensively. Put the defense back on his heels.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And if Kawhi's going to do this, add the sizzle to the steak, he is going to be unstoppable.
Paul passes to Crowder. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Crowder's got his second basket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The jump hook again, Los Angeles.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
He gets it in there.
He never takes a break on any possession. He is ruthless on the offensive side of the floor.
The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's George. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. Pulls it from the elbow. The offensive rebound.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, but still shooting 80% as a team.
And that one's good, Ayton.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Now Jackson. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Morris dishes to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And the shot goes in. Leonard's got 8 points. Here's Paul. Crowder, the pass to Bridges. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the game. Payne, he's checked in for Phoenix. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
6 to shoot, and the 3 ball is good. 11 points in the game.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Now the pass to Booker. It's Crowder on the wing. And Morris comes over to help. Crowder finds Bridges. Back to Crowder. Booker outside. And it's Payne in the corner. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Phoenix making some changes. Sharge checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Torrey Craig in for Bridges. Here's Rondo. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
The Suns have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Payne passes to Booker. Inside. And it's sent back by Leonard. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Another shot, and that one is good from Zubac.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Floats it up for Sharge. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Count that one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Throws it up high. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Booker the bounce pass. Payne dishes to Sharge. Booker outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 6. And he makes that one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Phoenix, they've gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Here's Booker. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
Pass to Leonard. From 11 feet away. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And stolen by Payne. And even 3-on-3 break. With 3, Booker buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Now here's Leonard. Tight defense on him. Here's Zubac. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
The hustle, the energy. I like when Saric gets after it and does his best to affect shots.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3 had this to say.
The guys on the team already tell me I talk too much a lot. You know, I'm constantly talking on the court. I'm a communicator, and I feel like it's hard to go wrong when you're communicating.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the small forward position. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him.
The Suns have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. The first free throw is good. Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. Jay Crowder comes in for Booker. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Paul kicks to Saric. And it's Ayton missing.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And Paul gets it to go in.
One of his signature moves right there. CP3 has perfected the art of creating off the drive.
Jackson against Paul from 12 feet out. And he can't bank that one in. Suns trail by 5. Bridges passes to Saric. Bridges kicks to Paul. Back to Bridges. Pass to Saric. And here is Ayton. Play on the clock. Here's Crowder. Batum grabs the miss. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. George with the bucket.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
At the elbow with Saric. Bridges up top. That's tipped. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Saric. George, that's a 2-pointer. Phoenix grabs the miss.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And it's Paul missing.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Here's Batum. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Batum's got his first points of the game.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both.
Oh, my goodness!
Did you see
what a
that
play!
Unbelievable.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. A nice shot by George.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Paul looking around. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Phoenix shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. First free throw is good.
One of the game's best free throw shooter. Chris Paul is not a guy you like to foul.
Some changes for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Bridges, and Cameron Payne subbed in for Dario Saric. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. Now here is George. Defense right on him to the inside. Jackson dishes to Batum. Outside, George. Count that bucket. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
And that one, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Rondo passes to Jackson. Now Batum. Back to Jackson. Passes to George. Over Johnson. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Jackson. George has got 12 in the game.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
And that one's good, Ayton.
The eyes of Chris Paul, he's always had tremendous vision.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. Leading by 5. The teardrop falls in. He has 6.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's Crowder in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the pass to Payne. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Paul passes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. George looking over the floor. And he banks in the layup. George has got 12 now in this quarter.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Down low, Ayton misses from close range. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clippers ahead. They lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. He didn't perform up to his standards in their last game. Tonight's a different story. He obviously has a short memory. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, this is what Kawhi Leonard does, guys. He's fundamentally sound and takes advantage of defensive misses. There are a few things on the court that this guy doesn't see.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Well, points in the paint. I've been there for.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. Who's out there for Phoenix.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Trying to get open is Crowder. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Jackson finds George. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Batum, good.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
Pass to Crowder. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
A second chance effort. Here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there, but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Here's Leonard. Tries again, and it's Zubats laying it in. Zubats has got 6 points.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
For Phoenix, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
An accurate shooter from all areas of the floor. Booker has the confidence needed to dominate on offense.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Morris. Here's Leonard. Offensive rebound. Zubats can't hit from in close. Suns trail by 5. Paul kicks to Booker. Down low. Ayton, the pass to Johnson. Ayton trying to break free. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Ayton.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
And here's Jackson. Over Booker. Jackson misses. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Bridges.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Ayton.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Payne, he's checked in for Chris Paul. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Rondo's checked in. Leonard hits them both.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
That puts them in the lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Leonard. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
1:56 left to play here in the third. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And he comes up with the deuce. Rondo's got 8 points.
Two of Rondo's greatest assets. Very strong for his size and very comfortable operating in the paint.
And the rejection by Zubac. A nice shot by Booker. 1:31 left in the third quarter. And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And Phoenix making a change here. Hall's checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. And Paul George is subbed in for Luke Kennard. Rondo kicks to George. A floater. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Leonard.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
And Paul gets it to go in.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Booker against Rondo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Rondo is so tricky. Consistently looking to take advantage of the defense being too physical with him.
The Clippers have shot 6 of 7 at the line. And that one falls for Rondo. And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in, and Rondo drops them both.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Morris with the block. Leonard against Johnson. Leonard attacking. That one good for 2. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And here's Booker from the arc. Ayton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Suns lead by 1.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Rondo looking over the floor. Outside Leonard. Back to Rondo. Clippers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
Now here's Rondo. Leonard. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Leonard's got 27 points.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. Jackson passes to Morris. Count it, and the foul. Chris Paul picks up that one.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender in rebounding.
And it's Paul missing.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Trying to get open is Crowder. And yes, it's good.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
And George kicks to Batum. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Rising to the occasion, he found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Working the mid-range, but you would think the defense would be keying on him.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. He kicks to Bridges, pass to Ayton. Offside Crowder, Ayton trying to break free. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Ayton. Ayton's got 4 assists in the game. Leonard inside, defended by Bridges. Shot left block. Crowder pulls it in. The Suns leading. Booker with it. George picks him up. No good from Booker.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
It's good. Crowder's got 4 points this quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. 3 on 3. Here's Ayton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And at 7'1" and 250 pounds, Ayton is a handful. Not easy trying to guard him without fouling.
First one falls for him.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And the Clippers making a change here. Hands checked in.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends. And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Booker against George. No good with the elbow jumper. Suns leading by 6. Knocked away. Bridges shot. Good.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Los Angeles calls timeout. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, DeAndre Ayton.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. George against Booker, looking to end the run, and the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to 6, and the bucket from Paul George.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
To the left wing, here's Mann. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists in the game.
We know he has the range, and we know he has the attack mindset. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Booker against George. We've got 1:28 left in the game.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
Crucial. He converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Outside Crowder to the middle, and Ayton throws it down.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Clippers trail by 7. 1:11 left to play here in the 4th. Here's George. It's good. George has got 11 in the second half.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Here's Paul. Got a hand on it. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Here's Paul. Ayton trying to break free. Yes!
He is a great kid. I love to see this from Ayton, stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
Here's George. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. There's 37 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Against Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
CP3 stop and go. Drew the foul on that play.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 5. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Booker against George. It's in!
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 5-point game. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Passes it to Jackson. And the three off target. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
The contributions from Jay Crowder are extremely valuable because of his defense, toughness, and switchability.
George with the ball. A three from Leonard. The shot misses. So the Suns win it, probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.